So today what we are going to start, today we are going to go further. Okay. So let me introduce you something, a concept called coherent. What is called coherent? What are coherent sources? Anybody? What do you mean by coherent sources? Any idea? You take a torch, okay? You take a torch. Torch will be something like this. And you take a laser light, pen laser, which comes some 100 rupees, it comes in some fair you get. What is the major difference between that? Anybody can tell me? What is the major difference among both of them?
Wavelength.
Yeah. Wavelength. Why wavelength? Why wavelength? Yeah, of course, wavelength will be there.
The laser has.
Yeah, wavelength. Okay,
Yeah.
wavelength also. Wavelength is a, wavelength also different wavelength. Of course, different sources, different wavelength. But what else you see when you on both of them? Do you see any significant difference? The torch will go like this. The beam of the torch will go like this. Am I correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
laser light,
Yes.
how it will, does it go like this, or it goes as a pinpoint? It goes like a
A narrow beam.
narrow beam. It is a straight beam. You can focus it at any point. It goes at a. So what do you mean by that? It means that this source, the beam here and the beam here, has a path difference. More you go towards this side, the path difference increases. If I take here and here, the beam here and beam here, the path difference, it is increasing. It is increasing. It is increasing, and the intensity is decreasing. If you focus a torch on a wall, the if you stand here and one person will stand here, the amount of intensity what this person will feel will be more than this person. Clear? That means this is called a non-coherent sources. It's called non-coherent. What is coherent? Coherent is something where, but here, if you take a beam here, here, if you compare two beams, if I enlarge it, it will be like this. Okay. So if you take here 1 point, here 1 point, here 1 point, here 1 point, the path difference is what? What? Constant. Able to understand? Constant. So what is coherent? Coherent means if the sources having constant phase difference or which do not varies with time are called coherent sources. So laser in comparison to a torch is a coherent source. But these lasers, 100 rupee lasers, are not so coherent. You will have, I have worked on lasers actually. In my MSc, my specialization was optics. So I have handled lenses worth rupees 1 lakh. That was amount of laser, and lasers were worth rupees 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs. And those are so powerful, those lasers. If you focus from here, no, in Vashi, person will get as a single dot. Okay, that powerful. And if you focus those laser light on an eye, the pupil will go for a toss. Okay, I have worked with that. Okay, so in comparison to a torch, this is a coherent source. So what is coherent? Who will tell me? Harsh, what is coherent? Harsh, what is coherent?
Yes, sir.
What is coherent? What
The
happened?
definition.
Yeah, whatever I told just now.
Nothing, sir.
Nothing. I didn't tell anything.
नहीं बोला ना, नहीं डेफिनेशन में बोलने का है.
हाँ बताओ ना, definition क्या है? What is the definition? What is coherent? What are coherent sources?
वही वेवलेंथ वाला.
Wavelength wala. You are not listening. You are not attentive in class. I explained so much,
हाँ
yaar.
सर.
Not good, huh? Please
हाँ.
be attentive. Everything is important in physics. It's not history that, okay, I'm talking about Akbar. Akbar was born anyway, he has to born. It's very, very important concepts. Nobody will explain this concept. School, they will tell you current sources are two sources which do not have any phase difference. What do you mean by phase difference? Yeah, anybody who can tell me, who was attending in the class, what is current sources? Explain. Definition.
They have their path constant.
Path constant. Different answers here. Path difference is constant. What is path constant?
Yes, path.
Path difference of two
Okay,
sources are constant. If I take a point, if I enlarge, I told you, if I enlarge this, if I take a point here, every point we learn in Huygens principle that every point in a ray is also a what? Source, secondary source. So if I take a point here, you take a point here. If I take a point here, I take a point here. The path difference remains same throughout. But in the case of a torque, it is not so. The path difference is increasing. If you take the same point here, it is increasing. That's why it is diverging. These are called diverging. Whenever any source diverges, the intensity decreases. Okay, but if a source converges, the intensity, what happens? Increases. But if a source remains same, the path difference same, the intensity remains what? Constant. Clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
All of you. Advait.
Yes. Yes.
Harsh.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Next
sir.
time, please be attentive. Everything you have to listen. Online means what? We are virtually present, but don't keep your mind virtually absent. You have to be listening. I am talking here. I'm teaching all of you. So for me, whether you are present
Yes, sir.
or you're present virtually or present physically, for me doesn't matter. I am teaching. Okay, you're all responsible
Yes,
students,
sir.
and we have very few months left. May is your exam. Did you get the notification? After April 20,
Yes.
after April 25th, 15th, anytime it can be exam. So mostly it will be April end. So buck up. Jan, Feb, March. We have only 3.5 months basically. If the exam start in 15, because you have to focus on other exams. Okay. Okay. All of you. So May exam. So prepare well. You have enough time. God has actually given you a second thing because you thought that it will happen in February, then toss. We have enough time now. So when I talk about intensity, so current sources are any sources which have phase difference, path difference constant. The path difference is not changing with time. That's all. So what is intensity? Intensity. I talk about intensity. You take a bulb. You take a 5-watt bulb. You take a 20-watt bulb. Which is give more power? This one. So which will glow faster or brighter? This one. Yes or no?
What? Yes, sir.
Correct, because the energy is more. Obviously power is a function of what? V into I. So the one which is having the highest power, more power, will consume more current. Obviously, simple. Yes or no? V into I is
Yes,
only
sir.
PA, or else you can put I square R, any formula. So that means the one which is having a higher power will have higher intensity. So what is intensity? Intensity is given by what? Intensity is given by 2 pi square A square F square rho into V. Understood? Then what is pi is a constant? What is A? Who will tell what is A? Amplitude. So if I take a wave, simple harmonic wave, remember all light waves are simple harmonic. So what is the amplitude? It is the height of the what? Crest. Yes or no? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We talk about a AC wave, AC voltage. There also we have a simple harmonic. This is the amplitude. If this is A, if this is a 10 volt, then what will be this one? Minus 10 volt. We are talking about amplitude. So this one is amplitude. And what is F? Frequency. Okay. So see, the frequency of the wave remains constant throughout. Simple harmonic wave. Remember, what is rho? Medium. Medium. Okay, medium. If you take air, if you take water, inside water the density remains same or not? Yes or no? The medium is same, so density remains same. And what is V? V is the what? What is V? The velocity of the wave. The velocity of the wave. So remember, all these are constant. All these are constant except what? Amplitude. Except what? Amplitude. Why? Because I can have a wave. I can have a wave like this. I might have a two waves. One wave higher amplitude and one wave of a lower amplitude. So what is changing? You see, amplitude, only amplitude is the difference. Other things remain same. Frequency remains same. Both are going in the same medium. The velocity of the wave are same. So what is affecting? Only the amplitude. So if I take amplitude this side, all these things will become constant. So I can replace this was I equal to K square. And what is this K? This K is rho square V f square and 2 pi square. Clear all of you? Clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if I have two waves, if I have two intensity, then I can write I1 as K A1 square and I2 as K A2 square. Can I write? Only the intensity is what? So that means the 20-watt bulb and a 5-watt bulb. So what is the actual difference? The amplitude, which is actually making it brighter or less brighter. That's all. Two different intensity, of course, two different power, two different intensity, obviously two different amplitudes, but other things remain same. Clear? Yes or no? And we've seen in the
Yes.
previous video what we saw. Your amplitude vector, resultant amplitude is what? A1 square plus A2 square plus 2 into what happened here? 2 into A1 A2 cos phi. Yes or no? Has anybody seen the video? Previous video?
Yes, sir.
Harsh, have you seen?
No, sir.
No. I told you
No.
repeatedly. Chalo, theek hai. So if I1 equal to K1 square, I2 equal to K2 square, then the resultant intensity will be what? K AR square. Then I can write AR square as what? IR by K. So I will substitute. I will write this as IR by K. Similarly, A1 can be written as what? I1 square by K. Similarly, this one as I2 square by K. And this one as 2 into I1 square, I2 square by K into cos phi. Am I correct? Am I correct? No, I did a mistake. A1 square is I1 square by K. Then what will be A1? A1 will be root of I1. No. 1 minute. I made a mistake. Sorry. This is
I1 by K, root K, right?
not I1 square. This is only I1. Oh, IR
No,
square.
a whole root will come.
No, yeah,
A
correct.
is
Correct. Root will come. And here also root will come. Correct or not? Clear? If IR is
Yes, sir.
KR square, so AR square will be IR by K. So IR by K is AR square. So AR will be what? Root over of that. Clear or not? So here I made a mistake. And similarly, A1 square is I1 by K. So A1 will be what? I1 by K root over. That's what I wrote. Till now clear? All of you? All of you clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
K here, K here, K here, root K into root K, again K here. So all this will get what? Will be cancelled. I can remove it. Yes. So what formula I got? The final formula I got is IR1 equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 into I1 into I2 into cos phi. Clear? Clear or not? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what we got? We saw two formulas. One is AR square. What is AR square? A1 square, A2 square plus 2 into A1, A2 into cos phi. And what we got IR? Your IR was I1 plus I2 plus 2 into I1 into I2 into cos phi. So this is for amplitude, this for intensity. Correct or not? All of you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Write down, write down. Quickly write down. If you write down only, you will remember. If you don't write down, just see movie, then that's all. It'll go like a movie only. Let me know when all are done.
Done, sir.
Done?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Thank you, sir.
when I say interference, what do you mean by interference? Caroline is studying quietly. Okay. I am coming and disturbing Caroline. So what will Caroline say? Sir, why are you interfering in my matter? That means what? Similarly, two waves are actually interfering, talking to each other. They're trying to merge or they're trying to do. So whenever the two wave merge, what happens is called interference. So interference basically in Hindi we say milan, to mix, to merge. Okay, I don't know what is in Tamil and I don't know what is in Marathi. People can know. So there are two types of interference. In a previous video, I already spoken. There are two types of interference. What is that? Constructive interference and destructive interference.
Destructive interference.
Am I correct, Caroline? So
Yes,
whenever
sir.
there is a constructive interference, you will get what? Maximum what? Amplitude.
Amplitude.
The destructive interference, you will get what? Clear? Clear? That means
Yes.
Yes, sir.
your AR and also your IR both will be maximum. Similarly, your AR and IR will be minimum. Means example already told you. Simple. I will again telling you. See, here you have two waves and you have one more wave. So if both merge, if this is 5 and this is 5, so resultant will be what? What? 10. Maximum. Maximum. Both are merging. Simple. But let's say if it is like this, then what happens? This is 5, this is minus 5. Again, this is minus 5, this is plus 5. If both merges, what it will be? No, nothing. Why?
Zero.
0. But let's say this 5, this minus 3, then it will be what? 2. Understood? So what happens? Here it is minimum amplitude. Clear all of you? Clear? Everybody able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The first point is maximum amplitude. So whenever there is constructive interference, you get maximum amplitude. Whenever destructive, you will get minimum amplitude. Cos phi. Cos phi is what? What is cos phi, Caroline? Phase difference. Maximum plus 1. Who will tell me where did we study this factor? What is this factor in SC chapter? Caroline, Siddhi, tell me in SC chapter what was cos phi?
Phase difference.
Eh? Phase factor.
Factor. Oh, oh, phase.
Power factor, not phase factor. Power factor. Forgot so fast. Yes or no, Advait? पढ़ा है कि नहीं? अद्वैत भूल गया? नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम है क्या?
हाँ सर वो लेफ्ट हो गया था नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम
ठीक है चलेगा. So here what is the maximum? It is -1. Remember cos phi. Here what is the AR? We can write AR as what? So whenever, now what is the formula? Your formula was AR square equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2 into A1 into A2 into cos phi. So now tell me, when cos phi is 1, so this becomes 1, yes or no? Am I correct?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
What will
Yes,
happen?
sir.
It will be A1 square plus A2 square plus 2 into A1 A2. Which is this formula? A plus B whole square formula. Am I correct? So what is A here?
Yeah.
A is A1.
Yes.
What is A2 here? It is A2. That means in case of constructive interference, your AR square will be what? A1 plus A2 whole square. Clear? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
AR square will be this much. So what will be AR? Your AR will be A1 plus A2. And instead of destructive, it will be what? AR square will be what? A1 minus A2 whole square. Why? Because cos phi is -1. Whenever -1, this becomes minus. So this will become A minus B whole square, because A square plus B square minus 2AB. Clear, all of you? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What about intensity? Who will tell me intensity? Who will tell about intensity? IR will be what? What are the formula for IR? IR equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 into I1
Root I1, I2 cos phi.
cos phi. So if it becomes 1, what it becomes? If this becomes 1, so it will become I1 root I1 whole square. Can I write? Root I2 whole square can I write? Into 2 into root I1 into root I2. I can write that? Yes or no? So what it will become? This will become what? Root I1 plus root I2 whole square. Yes or no? So I can write this as what? IR can be written as root I1 plus root I2 whole square. Similarly, here your IR will become what? Root I1 minus root I2 whole square. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Sorry. Next, your phi. If cos phi is 1, then what about phi number? What can value that phi can take? It will take what? 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi. So what is the generic formula? 2n pi. What about here? It will be pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, 7 pi. Then it will be what? Generic formula will be 2n minus 1 into pi. Clear, all of you? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Cos 0 is 1. Cos pi is -1. Cos 2 pi is 1. Cos 3 pi is -1. So remember this one. Very, very important. It will be helpful for all of your exams, entrance exams. What about delta x? Path difference. Your path difference will be what? 0, lambda, 2 lambda, 3 lambda. So it will be n lambda. But what about here? What about here? It will be lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 5 lambda by 2. Then what generic formula will be 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. Clear all of you? Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I want to note it down.
Anyway, you will get the video, but write it down. It's best as this thing. All of you clear? Your fundamentals are clear or not? Wave optics.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
that is what my this thing. Just studying wave optics, nothing. You have to understand how it comes, how things are coming, what is intensity. हर्ष आ रहा है समझ में?
हाँ सर.
Yes, sir, done.
Okay. All of you, all have written down. Shall I rub it?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So now tell me, what did we saw? We saw the formula was what? Okay. What we saw? Our formula was IR was what? I1 plus I2 plus 2 into I1 I2 cos phi. Now tell me, if your I1 becomes I2, then what will happen? Can somebody derive the formula? When I1 becomes I2, what happens? Can somebody derive the formula quickly? If I1 becomes I2, then what happens? What does the formula deduce to?
2I2 plus 2I2 square.
I'm writing as I. Okay, I. So this becomes what? I1 plus I2 becomes 2I. Correct or not? And
I
here,
square plus 2I square cos phi.
so if I take common 2I, then what will happen? It will be 1 plus
1 plus 2I.
no, wait, did I
1
miss?
plus I.
Arre Baba, this was root. No, I always am forgetting. Root 1.
Okay, sir.
This will be I. So that means it will be only cos phi. Clear? Only cos phi. Yes or no? But that's
Yes,
all.
sir.
Is it that's all? That's all. Hmm? There is a formula 1 plus cos 2 theta. You know what it is? The formula is 2 cos square theta by 2. Not theta by 2, it is cos square theta. So here what is theta? It is 2 theta. So what the formula will become? 2I into 2 cos square phi by 2. So this will become 4I cos square phi by 2 is the final formula.
Sir, but isn't it 1 plus cos phi?
Huh? It is cos phi. That's why I put theta phi by 2. Formula is
But
1
in the formula, it 1 plus 2 cos 2 theta. Even.
1 plus cos. So actual formula is 1 plus cos 2 theta equal to 2 cos square theta. Okay. Here, instead of 2
Yes.
theta, you have phi. So whenever this is phi, it will be what? Phi by 2 or not? Because see, 2 theta by 2 is what? Theta. Here phi. So this is what? Cos phi. So 2 theta becomes theta. So phi becomes what? Phi by 2 or not?
Okay, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
This is for I1 equal to I2. Important case. Write down this. Important case. Special case. So what happens now? We got the formula as, no, let me write down the formula. We got the formula as what? IR is what? 4 into I cos square phi by 2. So what happens when it is constructive and what happens when destructive? So when cos phi constructive, what happens? Phi is 0. Are baba, phi is 0. Then only cos phi will become 1, no?
Yes, sir.
So what will happen in this formula? IR will be what? 4i. But what about here? Phi will be 180. Correct or not? So IR will be what? 0.
0.
That's what I told you. Starting I told, no? 5, 5. 5, 5 will become 10. Adding up. Okay? Amplitude is getting adding up. But here, opposite becomes 0. When amplitude is 0, obviously the IR is 0. Correct or not? Clear? All of you
Yes, sir.
clear? Harsh, समझ में आया बेटा?
Yes.
Yes.
हाँ.
Chalo. Now thing is that our timing is getting over. So I want you to quickly rejoin. Okay? Just rejoin faster. Same link. Don't miss. Nobody will miss. Okay? Faster join back.